Pick 32, 95, and 221 going the other way. And the winner is Xavier Worthy, wide receiver from Texas.
Patrick Mahomes, he wants his Tyreek Hill back. Now you got the shot there with Xavier Worthy. It's the same sort of utility, and he's going to be running in that same sort of a thing. They obviously needed the wide receiver guy plugged into the starting lineup. This is a very good fit that will evoke Cheetah coming out there. The one thing, and Debro likes Worthy even a little bit more than me. I do like his game a lot, but the one thing that we need to see with him at the next level, improving those ball skills a little bit. Everything else is aces. Obviously broke the record for the 40 at the combine. But the thing that I think people miss about him, and Debra, I won't step on your feet too much because I know that you love this part of his game so much, but people just want to think of him as, he's just winning separation because he's athletic and whatnot. That kid can run a route as well, but he needs to improve the ball skills. Too many drops.
Yeah, Chiefs moved up and they got their guy. This was their guy, and obviously they were worried. It's just kind of odd to me that Buffalo was the team to help them out, basically. Like, it helped them. They did get higher picks. They did swap around. So Buffalo must be very content with what's on the board or the guy that they wanted, but still, to give the Kansas City Chiefs the guy they wanted when they're your main competition, it seems like, in the AFC, it's a little puzzling. But regardless, that's the world we're living in. So Xavier Worthy, break it down from a fantasy standpoint. How are we going to overdraft this guy in 2024?
I'm not going to care. Look, people talk about learning lessons in life. I should have learned a lesson with Sky Moore. I don't care. I'm going to go right back to the well. I'm going to drink that water, and it's not going to be poisonous. I'm here for Xavier Worthy, man. I've talked about him this entire process. He has been and remains my wide receiver 5 of this rookie class. Thor talked about it and set it up perfectly. The conversation for him begins with the speed, and when it should begin with his freaking route running, man. I put a clip out there on X. Anybody wants to go find that, look at that video. You watch Worthy, and all the parts and pieces that you want out of a route runner are there. He can run short area routes. He can get deep. He can double move guys. He can run whip routes. Like, what you want as far as a route runner, Xavier Worthy can do all of that. And, look at this. He can also take the freaking top off a defense. So, yes, we have Marquise Hollywood Brown there. Guess what? Now he gets to go play the new MVS role, and he can run clear outs all day. And we get to watch Rashee Rice work underneath whenever he comes back from whatever possible suspension, and Xavier Worthy cook. So I'm here for it, man. Like, to me, the biggest fallout of all of this is, now do we see Patrick Mahomes return to that high-end QB1 that we all came to love in previous years in fantasy? And we get the first Joey.
Wow.
I thought it was going to be me. He had to put himself on mute because he was...
The over definitely got there. So
I did.
We bet the line.
I did for a moment there. What makes you think
I was on the under, Joe?
So I was having a conversation with somebody else.
It's a tough scene.
Listen, just because you were the last guy left over at the final Thanksgiving with the Pilgrims, bro, don't think that you all of a sudden run this stream. Okay, buddy?
It never runs out. It never runs out.
Oh, yeah. By the way, are you late for your magician role at the small children's party?
I really wish I knew magic tricks right now. Oh man,
yeah,
I wish I did. But
this might be what I would like to say now that my microphone is back on is I know it's a difficult question to answer. It might even be impossible, but I'm going to ask it anyway. The uncertainty with Rashee Rice. If Rice is, let's put Rice there. Let's say the legal issues get taken care of. Maybe he gets a 2-game suspension or something like that. Let's say it's on the lower end of what happened there. Again, this is just sheer speculation. How important is Rice being present along with a healthy Travis Kelce for Worthy to be really at the peak of his potential fantasy in that first year?
I think they're honestly going to work interchangeably. And I think when you're looking at the usage of both of them, Xavier Worthy can work in the short and intermediate areas of the field just like Rashee Rice, but Rashee Rice doesn't have the ability to take the top off of defense like Worthy can. So if anything, this is a pretty big ding to Rashee Rice. So
okay,
I've been very high on Rashee Rice, and I believe in the talent now. Now Thor knows as well as anybody else that was, rode along with us for Senior Bowl coverage last year, I was lower on Rashee Rice. But I came around during the season because, look, when new information presents itself, we have to dig in and we have to dive in. And
right, and I was somebody
how,
conversely who was very high on Rashee Rice.
yes,
I
you
drafted
were.
him everywhere late, and we talk even in the flex
You
league, we were
dropped
in
him in
together.
flex league, which
Well, I had no choice because I had so many injuries. I had to get somebody who was actually playing at the time. But there was a guy. Look, it wasn't the only league I drafted him in. I had a lot of shares, but
it's fair.
Let's say that he is not available for the Chiefs. What then becomes the expanded role for Xavier Worthy? Because I think that becomes really interesting too.
You're talking about a guy that could be a top 24 wide receiver. I mean, we're talking about Mahomes, and then he's competing with Travis Kelce, which Travis Kelce didn't look like full 100% prime Travis Kelce for most of the season until we got to the playoffs. He could be a top 24 wide receiver in his rookie season if that happens.